Check. One, one, one.
Hey Bike fans, and welcome to this week's Reaction to Action. I'm going to keep this one short to get it done Sunday night because it's a short week and it's going to be a busy week for me. I won't have time to do it during the week at all due to the holiday. So it should be still good, right? Alright, today's game was a home game versus the Arizona Cardinals. It would be a showdown between two teams that are a lot alike on the defensive side of the ball. Most expected a low-scoring game. Let's see how it turned out. Vikings kick off, and the first play is a Cardinals false start. Were they nervous? It's a 3 and out. They punt, and Sherrills has a good return of 23 yards on a 36-yard punt. Sets up a 1st and 10 at the Arizona 44. McKinnon goes for 2, and Thielen then takes a short pass for 20 yards. And adds another 14 on 2 runs before Thielen makes a great catch on a 16-yard touchdown.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Touchdown, Adam Thielen.
I can't stop this feeling.
0-7 Vikings. Cardinals start at their 25 after the touchback, and they move the ball down for a score on an 11-play drive. 7-7 tie. Vikings manage 1 first down before punting, and the Cardinals start at their 6-yard line following a penalty. And Joe Buck refers to our 90-foot doors as windows again. On this drive, the Cardinals used David Johnson 8 out of 11 plays. He gets them into field goal range and is good. 10-7 Cardinals with 10 minutes left in the half. Vikings start this drive with a 9-yard pass to Rudy. Then McKinnon gets nothing, and then a short pass to Patterson, and he takes it for 30. McKinnon gets 5 on a direct snap, and then the Vikings run a play that showed some imagination. Direct snap to McKinnon again. He hands it off to Patterson, who is cutting across the formation in a sweep. But instead, Patterson flips it back to Bradford, who was lined up as a wide receiver, and he throws it to Thielen. It didn't work, but we did get a defensive pass interference call out of it. Ball on the 2. Asiata takes it in for a touchdown.
Touchdown!
And both of our touchdowns had to be reviewed to make sure they were a touchdown.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Touchdown Vikings. 10-13 due to the extra point being blocked.
Of course!
Then the Vikings kick off to the 3, and the Cards return it for 49 yards. Well, that... Cardinals throw incomplete 3 times, but are bailed out of an illegal contact call on Trey Waynes. He follows this up with defensive holding 3 plays later, and then Palmer hits Fitz for a 15-yard gain, and the Cardinals are on our 8-yard line. 3rd and goal, and Palmer throws towards the end zone. Rhodes picks it off and returns it for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Viking.
Pick 6 Rhodes, 100-yard return.
Road closed,
10-20 Vikings. Cardinals start at their 25 after a touchback, and they use David Johnson 5 out of 6 plays this time to get the ball down to the Vikings 29. Short pass to a tight end, and he takes it in for a touchdown. 17-20 Vikings at the end of the half. Vikings are set to receive the kickoff to open up the second half. Patterson takes it out and gets past the first wave of tacklers.
Go, 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 go.
He returns at 104 yards for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Vikings D forced a 3 and out. Vikings offense is having a better day, but they're still struggling running the ball. And on 4th and 3, turn the ball over on downs after an incomplete pass at the Cardinals 38. The new kicker must not be a 50-plus club member. Vikings D hold the Cardinals to a 3 and out, aided by an 11-yard sack by B-Rob. Vikings offense executes a 3 and out themselves and punt it back. Arizona ball on their own 31. Palmer throws it deep, and Rhodes picks him off again. This drive, the Vikings are aided by some questionable flags.
We're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle competently.
I don't like bad officiating, even when it benefits the Vikings. I don't agree with 2 out of the 3 15-yard penalties on this drive, and I'll just leave it at that. Vikings and the Zebras move the ball down to the Cards 9, where they have to settle for a 27-yard field goal try, and it's good, and the place goes nuts, because, 27-yarder. 17-30 Vikings, end of the 3rd quarter. Cardinals punt after a 5-play drive on this one. Vikings continue to struggle running the ball, and the pressure is starting to get to Bradford regularly. He is hit while throwing, and the Cardinals return the ball to the Viking 2-yard line. It's reviewed and ruled an incomplete pass. After a false start, Bradford is sacked and fumbles again. This time, Cardinals get the ball on the Viking 27. Cardinals score a touchdown 6 plays later. 24-30 Vikings. Vikings offense executes another 3 and out, but the Vikings D forces a 3 and out too. With sacks from Hunter on 2nd down and an intentional grounding call on 3rd down, our defense backed them up 20 yards before they could punt. Vikings ball on their 8 and another 3 and out. Punt. But the Arizona player signals for a fair catch, but for some reason he lets it bounce and it rolls another 20 yards and it's a 72-yard punt. Nice. That's going to help the average. Cardinals ball on their own 13 with 2:20 left in the game. They are bailed out on a roughing the passer call against Tom Johnson. Aikman didn't like the call, but Buck was practically giddy over the chance for the Vikings to blow this lead. They don't. Hunter ends that thought with a sack on 4th down. Victory formation for the Vikings. Vikings win.
We won.
6-4. Finally a win. Vikings needed this win as they're only going to have a 3 short day rest before playing on Thanksgiving. Vikings travel to Detroit to take on the Lions at 11:30 a.m. Right at the start of Turkey. Who schedules these things? I mean, come on. I'm Berserker88. You're Vike fans. Skol Vikings.